I was wondering, the first interception that you returned for the touchdown, getting it called back, how much did you appreciate your second opportunity, and what's going through your mind when you're weaving around the field and getting blocks that far down?
I was just more so on responding off the penalty that we had. I was like, okay, we got a pick six. They called the flag. Okay, we got to respond now. Then they drove us down. I'm like, all right, now it's. Then they tried to run a fake play. I seen it, read it, and they threw it up, and I caught it. I'm like,
what's going through your head when you're coming out of the end zone? Were you thinking about putting the knee down, or was it?
I was thinking about putting the knee down because just yesterday we was in the meeting. Coach Rossi was saying, like, if you catch an interception and your progression is going backwards, take a knee. I'm like, I took a look to my left and my right. I ain't see nobody. I'm like, I'm gonna take this out. It's time to go.
Charles, we figured out you ran about 125 yards total on that play. Is that the longest you've ever run on a football field? And if you'd had to go another 15, would you have passed out?
I don't think I probably would have passed out. I probably wouldn't have made it to the touchdown, but I probably would have got an extra 2-3 yards.
What's the longest you've ever run with the ball, or you can remember on any play?
I haven't ran that long since high school because I used to play kick return in high school, so that's probably the last time I ran that far.
Charles, talk about with no Dylan, with no chance, you stepped up in such a big way. What is that? What does your interception mean to you, and how do you think that's going to continue to forge momentum for your team going forward?
Next man up mentality, which that means whoever's up next got to come in with it, and they got to play, execute, get the call from the coaches, and play what they call.
Charles, how would you describe this defense? What would you call it?
We play with how, which means run till everybody get to the ball, play with toughness, and play with technique.
So aggressive?
Yes.
I'm wondering about kind of walk us through that, your decision making on that interception, not just, the decision to come out, but some of the cutbacks that you had. I guess, what did you see in terms of the defenders, and did you, when you got closed in on there in the last 5 yards, I guess, how do you process that?
Okay, so as I was cutting back, I'm like, before I cut back, I seen there was nothing but green grass to my right side. I'm like, okay. Then I seen Amarion Smith run past me. I'm like, okay, I got a lead blocker, so I took off, cut across field. Then by the time I got to the 5-yard line, I seen it too. I was like, I'm not gonna let them stop me, so I tried to drop my shoulder. Got in there.
Chuck, right here. The last pick six at Spartan Stadium was also you, I believe. Does this one rank higher because it was longer, or how do you feel about that between the two?
I don't think it was ranked higher because it was longer. I feel like I caught the other pick six versus a better team, which is Ohio State. Now, I can't wait to see them again.
Okay. Also, just wanted to, we've seen a lot of corners, but you've probably been the most consistent that we've seen out there, just in terms of snaps and everything. What's the process been of learning this new defense and just acclimating as a guy who's played a lot of football already? How have you adjusted and just sort of found your way in this new system?
I feel like the way our coaches coach, they coach us to, I don't know how to really word it, but they coach us to, like, they say if we mess up with 1,000% basically. Like, so eventually we're gonna catch on. We keep running the same thing. We keep going over the plays. We're gonna catch on eventually, and that's what we do. We play with how, toughness, and technique. Technique sets you free.
And Charles, though, pick six going 100 yards, that broke a MSU program record for longest pick six. Record was held since 1978. What's it mean to you to now hold that record?
That means a lot to me, but I know I got more in the tank.
Anything else?
Charles, what if they had ruled you down at the one? Would you have been happy with a 105-yard return?
Nope.
Nope. For you guys overall as a defense to get a shutout, first one in a couple of years, just what's the significance for you guys? Who've been, pretty decent through the first couple weeks.
Well, we still had a bunch of penalties. We got a lot of stuff to clean up. We just gonna improve every week, keep coming out and dominating much best as we can.
Anything else for Charles? All right.
Thank you.